Hello, everybody. Okay, so today I'm going to be flipping Steve. Okay, so hi, I'm John. This is my show, Sports Reckoning, and this is flipping Steve. So, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to act like if I was flipping Steve making a video about John Reckoning, okay? Because what happens is it's extremely hard for me to like give people quality info to give them the information that they need. Let me see if that's I think it's okay. It's hard for me to give people the information they need, to give them the links, and then to explain to them. It's like, well, this is how you have to explain it. It has to be done like this, right? I've had problems. It's funny because you have all these other people out here. They're all much bigger YouTubers than I am, right? And they've all got college educations, right? I'm the freaking ninth grade educated high school dropout and shit, right? you know, I'm the loser here and shit, right? But I don't think that any of these people have the speaking skills of what I've got, right? It's weird, and I don't think they're able to convey the messages in which I am to relate stories, tell stories, and I don't think they do. Now, they do their editing and they speak slower, which I don't have the time to even try to do that stuff. That's why my shit comes out fast, aggressive, fucking foul language and shit, all that stuff. But I still think that I'm better than everybody. I still think I'm better than all of them, right? So to even ask to do people to get them to do stuff would be really difficult. It's like maybe with Flippin' Steve, I'd have a shot. Flippin' Steve's smarter than everybody else here. Just so you people know, I'm the person here who's qualified to judge people. I'm qualified to judge them on their intellectual and their spiritual like presence and shit, right? And so like got all these losers in here and shit, all the YouTube sports card community influencer people. Flippin' Steve's smarter than all of you, and he's a better person than all of you. But he's not me. He's still not me and shit, right? I'm the only God here. I'm the only one who actually knows I'm a God, so I'm the only God here and shit, right? Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna attempt to do, I'm gonna try and act like if I was flipping Steve making the video about me, John Reckoning, but I'm going to do it in the way in which I would want it to be done, because none of these people do it. But see, my problem is, and see, I'm leaving, I've got just a little over a week now. I'm gone. And it's like I said, when I'm gone because I'm going to get a cell phone. I don't even want to get a cell phone. The only reason I'm going to get a cell phone is because it's like, well, I have to have a phone, right? Because with my whole package of what I'm canceling, that also cancels my home phone, my internet, my TV. I'm canceling all of that shit, right? And I don't have a cell phone. I used to have what's that company? See, it's so long you forget about shit when you stop using it. But that one of those cheap phone, those burner phone things and shit, I had one of those, but then just recently they went where those phones were only like capable of going up to 3G or something. And now the whole market, the phone system, you have to have at least like 4G. Those phones wouldn't work. You have to get to the new phone. And those people, like those, I would buy the plan. Remember in the old days, if the burner phones, the phone comes with it. You get the phone in 60 minutes or whatever it is. And then you pay $20. You get an extra 60 minutes that's good for 90 days. Or I think they doubled it. So it's actually like 120 minutes. And something. I think that's what it was. And I would never use it. So I had thousands of fucking minutes stored up on my phone. But then they're like, oh, we're switching over. Those phones are no good. Because actually one time they told me I was with them so long. I had that plan because it was only $20 for 3 months. That's all I had to pay. I had an extra phone. And then they said, oh, one time they told me your old phone's no good. We'll send you another one. They sent me another one, right? A little cheap flip phone thing, right? But then they told me, no, that one's no good. Now you've got to get this modern, more little cheap smartphone thing, but they're like, you have to pay for that. It was 60, 80 bucks, 100 bucks. I don't remember what it was, but they're like, you got to pay for it. So I was like, fuck that. I let it go, So I didn't have that phone anymore. I don't have that phone. So I have no cell phone. I haven't had that now for a couple of years since that happened and shit, right? And so like, I don't even want a cell phone. It's like tracking device. I don't want a goddamn tracking device. Why am I paying to be tracked? And then I just assume that like the reason that they've got these cheap deals now for the cell phones is because shit that you don't know. Like when you sign that contract, what it's saying is we can sell all your information to these information collection agencies and shit, right? So I assume that the only reason they're giving you all that cheap, they're giving you cheap service is because they're collecting data from you, from your usage of that, and then they're selling it to the collection agencies, the data information. They're selling all your information and stuff. I assume that it's in the contract that you sign, that that's in there and shit. Most people probably not even aware of it. But that's what, like I'm saying, it's a tracking device. It's going to be collecting all my information, my data, selling it off. That's what I'm signing up for. Like I said, I don't even want a fucking cell phone. I don't even want. Fucking shit pisses me off and shit, right? But so I have to go buy a fucking cell phone and shit after I cancel all my shit, right? But like I said, I'm gone. And like I said, when I get on the cell phone, I don't want to learn how to use the fucking. I don't even want to learn how to use it. I don't need it until football season comes around. There's no need for me to even have any information or contact with the world until football comes back around. Because I mean, the only other thing is like the Kentucky Derby. I like to bet the Kentucky Derby, but if I have to miss that, it's like okay. And that cost me. I bet $500 on that race too. So it's just one of those things. If I feel good, if I would have lost, it's like, well, I saved $500, right? But if you win the Derby, it's big fucking money. And when I bet, I always have some long shots in there and the opportunity of what I'm missing out on. So it's like that, right? Okay, but like I said, I'm leaving. I'm gone. You guys ain't gonna be able to talk to me no more. There's no more fucking John Reckoning. I'm gone. This community is gonna suck without fucking me here and shit, right? Okay, but so I'm trying to get there's like see, my experience in the Michael Jackson community is so like I'm completely blocked on every single influencer that there is. All I do is get yelled at by fucking morons and get told I'm fucking wrong without people ever. It's just like it has been such an overwhelmingly disgusting experience for me and fucking my experience with humanity of like what I've had to deal with and stuff. But then I've had the same experience in the sports card community with the people, a lot of the people and stuff, right? Flippin' Steve's the only one who has supported me like with my Michael Jackson story. And he supported me in my research into the Logan Paul fake Pokemon case, saying that was actually for Prime and shit, right? He understands that I was saying that right off the bat. That I was the only one saying, no, this thing was fake from the beginning. It was nothing was real. All of it's fake. And it was all to build free advertisement for the launching of the Prime. So Flippin' Steve knows I was saying that right from the get-go. Instantly, I was saying that. Flippin' Steve's aware of that. Where everybody else, like all the other influencers, like all of Steve's really good friends, every single one of Steve's really good friends made videos about the Logan Paul case, and so boy, he got scammed and they all got fooled and all this stuff, right? And this is the kind of stuff it's like, dude. So that's why I'm gonna try to make this video to say, like, this is how Flippin' Steve should make this kind of video. But I just assume that people are not capable of doing anything of the quality of what I would want it to be. Now, I can't make it the quality because I'm not doing any editing. I'm the lowest quality of shit with my fucking little webcam thing I'm doing here is fucking disgustingly pathetic, which I'm frustrated with that. That's why I'm leaving too. I'm just everything's frustrated. So there's like fucking no need for any of this shit. Just fuck it all. And that's why I'm just like serious. Fuck it all. And once I go away and shit, it's like, dude, I don't want to ever come back. It's like the way I don't want to get a cell phone. I don't want to come back in here ever. I don't want to talk to anybody. I'm fucking move on. Right? So, but this little last thing has come up here about the Logan Paul thing, and I'm really pressing right now. I fully attacked fucking Rattle, and he bitched up. Motherfucker is a bitch. Just that's what I'm saying. These fuckers who act like they're all tough, they're the baddest. Once I step in the ring, they bitch up, and it's like, what? Why is it like this? I don't understand. How come nobody fucking will even have a conversation with me? They refuse to answer any question. It's like I said, this experience is like, what the fuck? It's a totally what the fuck? What the fuck is this? Why? Why is it people like what the fuck is wrong with you people? Okay, so I'm gonna do my cheap version as best as I can do, and I'm gonna show you that this is the way Flippin' Steve should be I wish he could make a video like this. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do here and do it. It's like, okay, hey guys, I'm Flippin' Steve. Did you see the Baker Mayfield fucking tie-dye XRC I fucked up on? now, just mention something to Flippin' Steve too. I had mentioned to Flippin' Steve about a Baker Mayfield. It was a select green field level, out of 5. It was in a BGS True Gem Mint 9.5, on quad 9.5s and shit. And I had sent it. He was doing the Culture Collision. It was going to auction, because that's another thing too, is I can't do the auction stuff because you got to put your credit card information stuff and all that. And I won't do any of that stuff. So that's another thing too, is like, well, I can't make bids anymore on eBay. I can't make bids on stuff, and everything is usually like make an offer. So it's like I'm sick of trying to buy stuff. No, if I can't make the offer anymore, well, then I know I'm getting screwed, because I know the guy will take off $5. At least if he's got to make an offer, I can get at least $5 off, which you pay for the ship. It's something cheaper, unless the thing is so something I want so fucking bad and the price is fair enough. Then I'd pay for it, but I'm kind of sick of that. So I'm not going to buy anything off eBay anymore either, because of the new thing that's happened, which you got to put your information in there, which I really can't do that stuff. I don't want to do that, right? You got to put it in. I don't want to do any of that stuff. So I can't make offers, and I can't do any auctions and shit, right? So they kind of forced me out of eBay too. That's what I'm saying. Like everything is just like crashed down with all this whole experience. That's why I'm gone, leaving. It's done. Okay, but I mentioned to Flippin' Steve there was this Baker Mayfield for sale at an auction. Like I said, there's no chance for me to buy it because it's an auction. I can't do that anymore. And so I mentioned to him, and I don't know if he bought it or not. I told him anything under 300 on this card's a fucking steal, right? It was the select field level out of 5, in a BGS 9.5 True Gem Mint. I was like, dude, anything under 300 on a card of that fucking quality, that kind of caliber of card, out of 5, that's a big card and shit, right? And so I put on there, I said to him, I said, dude, anything under 300 on this fucking card is a steal, right? And then it sold at like 240 something with the shipping. It was like right on 250 is what it went off on, which you never know if you could have got it at 300, because that's the thing too with the auctions, is like people say, oh, it went for 240. I could have got that for 250 or whatever it is. It's like, no, not necessarily, because you don't know what the high bid of the actual person who won it. We don't know what their actual high bid was. He could have had a high bid of like 400. So even though I was saying 300 and it sold at 250, that still doesn't mean you would have got it at 300. There is that kind of thing involved in that, right? But okay, so I told Flippin' Steve about it. He put it on his watch list, and then I asked him, and so I don't know if he hasn't confirmed if he got it. He still hasn't confirmed if he got it or not to me. I'm not sure. But then Dustin, Sports Card Dad, was talking all about, oh, I bought some Baker Mayfields this weekend at the Culture Collision, and he's thinking about bought these Baker Mayfields. And I was just like, did Flippin' Steve tell Dustin about the green fucking Baker Mayfield that I had put him on and shit, right? And I was like, did Dustin end up getting it? And now if he got it, I don't care. I'm not mad if he got it and stuff, but that is the kind of thing that I would want a shout out for. That I deserve a shout out. If Dustin, I don't know if Steve got it. I don't think Steve's got it because he hasn't shown it yet. And then because then Steve got that select, the tie-dye and stuff, right? Which he paid $300 for. And it's like, dude, and that tie-dye card, to me, that's one of the most beautiful cards there is out there, because I have 2 of the Nick Chubb XRC tie-dyes. It's one of the most beautiful cards there is out there and shit, right? But the one he got, I've seen that card on eBay, and instantly it's like, dude, that thing is off-centered bad. You definitely don't want that, right? And then so I was like, damn, it's like too bad. If it wasn't off-centered, yeah, that would have been an awesome card. But the centering was horrible, so he moved it quick and only took a loss of $50, which I thought that was smart for him to do that. I thought he got out of that good. That worked out good for him and shit, right? And so, but I'm still wondering, did he get that card, or it's like, did Dustin get it? And it's just, that's one of these things bugging me in the head. If Dustin ended up with it, and if he doesn't give me like a shout out, do I not get any shout out for fucking that and shit? Kind of stuff that's just like, whatever. Just stuff we got to deal with in here in the community. You never know how things go and shit. Okay, so let me get to the point of this video like I'm trying to make. I'm going to make this video like I'm Flippin' Steve, trying to promote John Reckoning, telling this new thing that has come up. Because what's come up now is we officially have a document, which people might not even understand the words when you hear it, but it's the guy Shine. The Shine guy that is supposedly paid $2.7 million, I believe it was. He paid that to the Mealy Pops and Card Kahuna for that box, right? Which, how do we know that he even paid the money? Like those were questions too. I was like saying always from the beginning, how do we actually know money actually transferred here? Because I'm saying this was all a setup and these people were all working together. And now the Rattle Pokemon, what he's shown me is there's this place called Liquid Marketplace, and all of the people involved, except Mealy Pops, but and I'm not sure about the Card Kahuna, but the Pokey Jew, the other guy, the other silent guy, that's the other guy that doesn't get as much attention that's involved in that. But that guy, the Pokey Jew guy, who was the partners with the Mealy Pops and the Card Kahuna, he works for Liquid Marketplace. Shine works for Liquid Marketplace. Logan Paul works for Liquid Marketplace, right? So all of the people that were involved in that, from the people from the original purchase, you have the Pokey Jew, the original purchaser, he's involved in the original purchase. That's sold then to Shine. Okay, so Pokey Jew to Shine to Logan Paul. They all work at this company called Liquid Marketplace, right? That's what Rattle Pokemon, that's what I'm saying. Rattle Pokemon has given me some new information. Now, he doesn't know that the information of what he's given showed me like, whoa, fuck, dude, you don't even understand what you just got, what you just showed. They keep thinking they're doing this diversion, but they just admitted that my story's been right the whole fucking time. And now I've got the proof of it and shit, right? And I'm trying to tell people, holy shit, you should see you guys need to see this. And you need to hear it the way I fucking heard it. So, right? So then so all of them worked at this Liquid Marketplace. The other one, Flippin' Steve will like this. One of the other people that works at that Liquid Marketplace, Steve Aoki, right? So it's like Steve Aoki works there too. That's what I'm saying. The people that are involved in that, it's like, whoa, what the fuck is this shit, right? I have to mention, because I don't know if a lot of people, it's like, I don't know if it's 100% clear. Do you people know that Steve Aoki is the son of the Aoki guy who owned Benihana's? And in the movie Wolf of Wall Street, there's a big part in the Wolf of Wall Street where the Wolf of Wall Street is doing this scam that's going a big scam, that he's doing this big scam money laundering shit with Benihana's. That's the dad of the Steve Aoki, right? That's the Benihana. That's Steve Aoki. He's Benihana, the same thing. So that guy is involved with that. Then I watched The Wolf of Wall Street. It's like, dude, he was involved in a big money laundering scam with the Wolf of Wall Street guy. It's in the movie where they're like, oh, fuck Benihana's. I ain't never going there again on any birthday, never. It's like, he's in the movie. That's the thing that's like, do people understand that's dad of Steve Aoki? Do you understand that shit? I was like, one of those things like, I don't know if the community actually knows. Do you guys understand? Watch The Wolf of Wall Street. When they're talking about Benihana's, that's Steve Aoki's dad they're talking about. That's him. Okay, so I had to make that clear. I tried to get all this information out before I leave this place and shit, right? So the new video, I'm going to show you the little piece of it. The Shine guy, the guy Shine, the one who bought it from the Mealy Pops, he has openly said now, Logan Paul never paid him a penny for that box. He never received any money. Nothing. He never received any money. And then he claimed, oh, well, he was going to put it on the Liquid Marketplace, but he was going to do that. And that doesn't mean shit. What he just admitted to was he never received payment for that box. And that's what I was saying from the beginning. All the thing you're saying, they lost the money there, dude, who's to say they ever paid money for anything? Because this was a setup scam from the fucking beginning. I got hard proof of it now. And it's like, I'm fucking trying to fucking give this information to like Dan the Cardman, because he has the kind of show that I think he represents, the kind of show that should do this kind of investigative journalism, this kind of reporting. But he's really low level of the quality of the news reporting of what he does. It's like the lowest fucking shit. It's not real fucking investigative journalism, hard hitting investigative journalism into big fucking stories. They don't touch anything that's the hardcore shit. And so that's what's like, so I don't even know. And even for me to convey the message and get it to him, it's too much. He won't be able to do it. It's like, and I have to ramble on and things go on. It takes a lot of time and the information to explain this shit, right? So let me get into this video. Like, what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to act like if I was Flipping Steve, telling the story of John Reckoning's little thing here, this new information, and how I would wish this is how it should sound, right? Okay, so when I'm speaking here, I'm speaking like I'm Flipping Steve, okay? So that means you guys like me now, right? You guys all Now everybody everybody should like me. Okay, I'm Flippin' Steve. I'm likable. Okay, here we go. Let's get into this. Hey, I'm Flippin' Steve. Okay, hold on. I crack myself up sometimes. Okay. So and see, I've never practiced this shit. I just pull the shit up, boom. I get on here and I just go for it. It's like no practice, no editing. So I don't know how it's gonna come out. Shit. All right. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm gonna say. I have an idea of what the storyline kind of is, and I don't know. I just kind of go. Here we go. Right. Okay. So hey, I'm Flippin' Steve. I wanted to talk about this story that John Reckoning had reported upon a couple years ago, right after the Logan Paul case, the fake case, the $3.5 million fake Pokemon case that turned into G.I. Joe cards. As soon as that happened, John Reckoning started making videos saying that thing was all a setup from the beginning, that the whole thing was fake, and the purpose was to generate free advertisement for the launching of Logan Paul's Prime Drink Company. Okay, so let me think. What do I say next? Now, how do I say? Okay, so then he'll say, so what happens is I watched John Reckoning's investigation when he first started saying that, because the thing was the entire community was saying that Logan Paul had got scammed, and that's how the reporting was being done. But the one person out here that was in the community telling the real story that saw it instantly. There was one person that was really smart, and that was John Reckoning. So there's one person that's really smart. That was John Reckoning. He instantly saw that it was a total scam, and it was all a diversionary tactic to generate free advertisement for the launching of the Prime Drink Company, right? And so John Reckoning, that's what he was saying from the beginning. Right. And it's one of these things is like, how is he able to see that so clearly and obviously, but everybody else is fooled? It's one of those things that we need to look upon. It's like, if it turns out that he's right about that, we need to go back and relook at John Reckoning and look at, like, why is he able to see the stuff and why are we not able to see it? How come we treated John Reckoning so bad here in the community when he was the one actually that was smarter than all of us, that his visions and his insights were above all of us, but none of us could recognize it. So we all blocked him and we treated him like shit. It's something we need to go back and look upon, is like, we need to all go back and look upon how we treated him as an individual in this community. How, it's like one of the things, now this is me coming off script and shit, right? Because I'm just, now this is me talking like John again, right? One of my things that I've said is, I've felt is like, Flippin' Steve gets mad at me saying, you yell at all my friends and stuff, right? Okay, but Flippin' Steve, have you ever asked the questions, well, how did they treat me? What did Dustin ever do for me? Right? And I can even put up a thing, one of my videos where I was yelling at Dustin, because I think that the way I do stuff is comical. The way I yell and stuff, I think it's funny and shit. And I know it can be harsh to hear sometimes, but there's also this other element of comedy that's involved in it that I think is fucking hilarious. And I think I like that I have the talent and the way I do it and just winging it. And to me, it's really fucking funny. And I heard Dustin say one time he was taking his son to school in the car. And then he told his son, he's like, okay, don't tell anybody about this. And what he did is he played one of my videos. Him and his son listened to one of my videos. He wanted to show his son that there's people out there that rant on him and roast him and shit, right? And so he wanted to show his son that has taken place, right? And so what he did is he played one of my videos for his son. Now, he didn't admit it was me, but I know that's what it was. He played one of my videos for his son. And he said him and his son drove to school. He drove his son to school while they were listening to that video, and they laughed their asses off. And it's like, dude, I provided a real life experience for you and your son to have this bonding moment and this laughter. It's a true moment in time that you guys got to enjoy each other's company in the moment, the situation, which was all provided by me. I gave you that moment for free, for nothing, and I get no fucking credit. That's what I'm saying. What have you ever done for me, Dustin? I did that for you. Even under the pretext you think I'm yelling and being mean, but it still allowed you to have that moment with your son where you guys got to enjoy this laughter and have this shared experience and shit, right? I did that for you. What have you ever done for me? Nothing, right? And that's why it's like, and so that's why I tell with Flippin' Steve, it's like, dude, Fuck them. Dude, what have they ever done for me? And then you come on here too, Flippin' Steve, and you fucking, and I'll tell you one of the things that you did, Flippin' Steve, in one of your videos, you literally told the people, don't watch his videos. You told him don't, and you said, well, he watches Michael Jackson stuff, but you literally told him, don't watch his stuff. And I was like, what the fuck is that shit? You're literally there telling people, don't watch my fucking shit. That, I'll just tell you, inside, that's one of those things that's like, that pissed me off. That's one of those things I was really fucking insulted and shit, right? What have they done for me, Steve? What the fuck? Okay, so now I'm getting back into character. I'm Flippin' Steve and shit, right? Okay, so Flippin' Steve is like, okay, so John Reckoning now has come upon some new evidence that has brought forth information that has clearly shown that the Logan Paul case was completely fraudulent from the beginning, right? And so now, then this is the stuff I would want you to show. So let's pull up. Let's go. Okay, this one. Okay, so here, this is the video. There's a lot of stuff in this video, but Rattle keeps pushing the video to the narrative that he's trying to create this narrative that it's going to liquid marketplace. And I completely destroyed his ass. And this motherfucker definitely will not speak about it. He will never make a video to debunk my work because he knows he can't do it. He knows that my fucking work was legit as fuck. And he knows he can't fake it and try and nitpick and try and dance around this shit because he's the bigger name and the bigger shit. Because he knows that I would jump right back on and instantly destroy his ass. He knows he knows he's in trouble. That he can't do it. He's outmatched and shit. He's trying to tell me to shut the fuck up, right? This guy, man, if I could do my edit, if I had just the old way I was making my videos, I would have fucking destroyed Rattle. The information, what he puts forth in this video, how I could use it to spin it in the way I want to spin it and make it say what I want it to say, because that's what it's really saying. He's the one spinning it to misinterpret it. I would respin it back and clarify it, and I break it down. No, this is what he just fucking said. And this is now what he's doing. And I would show you how clearly fraudulent he is, that he's part of the scam, the whole fucking thing, because he had to be in place at the exact moment in time to expose that case to be fake so that Logan could generate the fucking money with the launching of the Prime. That's not coincidence how shit like that works out. Not when this stuff, not when it's so perfectly planned, right? And then you see that there's just so much more to it. But what I want to just focus on here is Rattle is speaking on the phone here with Shine, which I guess his name's Matt, because I'm going to show you a little thing where Logan Paul is going to say the name Matt, but that's this guy, Shine. That's this guy. Okay, so Rattle's speaking with Shine. See, and I can't even play the audio for you. That's how bad my shit. But it's this part right here. He's talking to Shine. Shine says, Logan never paid me for the Pokemon case. Never paid me any money. He never got paid. Period. Okay? And that's what I'm saying is that the whole fucking thing is Logan Paul lost $3.5 million. That was the whole fucking thing. Everybody, all the influencers and everybody talking about it, right? So like you look at the videos like here, because this is the one Logan did with the Prime commercial up here. If I don't know if you can see it, but I lost $3.5 million on fake Pokemon cards. But now that we know that he never paid Shine, that's what I'm saying. That title, those words right there, are fake as fuck. He didn't lose $3.5 million. He never paid anything. It was all. But what did he gain? Millions of dollars of free advertisement for Prime. See right there, it's all 3.5 million, 3.5 million. That's a bullshit sale because he never paid $1 of that. So they could have made up any fucking number. It's bullshit. But then like the shit's like Logan Paul lost 3.4 million. Right here, Logan Paul on 3.5 million Pokemon scam. It wasn't fake. This is Logan's impulsive clips, right? I'm going to show you a piece from, oh, damn it. I had that set up to show you a little piece on, I forgot that I was going to show it to you here. Okay, so, yeah, so let me just show you a couple more. Like, see this? Logan Paul lost $3.45 million. This here, too. Poke YouTuber reacts to Logan Paul fake Pokemon cards, $3.5 million. See this picture right here? This is one of the things what I'm saying about Pokemon people. Dude, get back to that fucking loser. Let's go back to the beginning part. See that guy with the Pokemon stuffed animals and shit? Because I'm like, dude, every time I see one of these Pokemon YouTubers and stuff and they show their stuff, I'm like, dude, that's pedophile as fucking pedophile shit I've ever seen. It's the worst looking kind of pedophile room I've ever seen. What the fuck is this Pokemon crap? That's what I'm saying. This is what adults do? They get rooms with like that? What kind of pedophile fucking shit is that? That's some fucking what the fuck? Okay, and then right here, it says, it's a Logan Paul. Logan Paul has been refunded, right? Because what happens is in this video right here, okay, so what I'm going to do here, I know you guys probably won't be able to see it, but I'm gonna put my thumb on this video here, right? And then they're gonna have the words are printed right there. And what Logan Paul is saying, so that's what I'm saying. I would show you the Shine video where Shine says Logan never paid me, right? And then I would show you this video, but like I said, I can't do it because my editing, I can't do anything anymore. But I would show you then this piece here. I forgot I'm trying to be like Flippin' Steve, but it's hard to do that when I'm just trying to convey the message. So I'm going to click on this and see I'm not clicking on it. I just put the thing on it because I had it set up, and I'm going to try and read the words of what it comes and says, right? I clicked on it for a second. I might have thrown it off because I did have it kind of set up good, but here we go. Let me try and do this, right? It says, to me, because I was the only one who had the balls to televise it. Everything I mean, and I'm not afraid to say it's a fact. It's like an L for you, like, well, obviously, I say this Matt guy who sold it to me, he reimbursed me in full. He's a great guy, sports car collector, but I'm chasing his 7.7 million. See, if I could just play the audio and shit right there, right? So what Logan Paul, if you watch that video, Logan Paul is saying, oh, he reimbursed me all my money. No. You never paid him $1. That's what I'm saying. See the lie? They keep telling the lie. He's like, I paid $3.5 million, and then I got scammed. Oh, but the guy, he's a good guy. He reimbursed me all the money. He paid it all back to me and shit, right? And in this video, he's saying, why did they go? He's like, I always wondered, why did they go to the Shine guy in the original thing? He's like, why did they go to Shine? He's like, why didn't he says, they know I love Pokemon. Why didn't they come to me? And then we find out that Logan Paul, Shine, and the PokeJew, they all work for fucking Liquid Marketplace. So when he's saying they tried to skirt around me, it's like, who tried to skirt around you? Your own employees that are working at your own company? You're trying to say they had the box, but they wanted to secretly not give it to you? So they went to Shine to deceive everybody, but you guys are all working for the same company, Liquid Marketplace. I was saying, dude, we've got the evidence now. We have the evidence to prove this was fake from the fucking beginning, okay? So now talking back like I'm talking about Steve. It's like, look at, John Reckoning was the only one here in the community saying from the very beginning that this whole entire thing was fake. And now we have the evidence proving that Logan Paul never paid any money for that case. And the people who owned it, the two previous owners prior to Logan Paul owning the case, worked at Liquid Marketplace with Logan Paul. They all worked together at the same company. It was a scam from the beginning. We have the proof now to say that. And like I said, I'm talking like a Flippin' Steve. So what I'm saying now is, I'm Flippin' Steve. I think it's that we should look back upon the way that we treated John Reckoning in this community. He was the one that was smarter than all of us. We were all the ones that were deceived and fooled, and we kept putting out this false narrative that Logan Paul lost $3.5 million, that they all got scammed, that they all were fooled. All of our entire community of here, which we operate in, we all pushed that narrative and saw it the one way. But the only person out here that was saying different was John Reckoning, and he was right from the beginning, and now we've got the evidence to prove it. And now John Reckoning's gone. Now I think it's like, can we finally look back and say, did we treat him? Was it our fault that he's screaming at us and calling us all names? Did we earn that? Maybe we got to look back and say, well, how the fuck would you act if you were in his place? If you were the one that's smarter than everybody, clearly showing them the proof and the evidence, and everybody blocks you and treats you like shit, don't you think you might get a little bit mad and start fucking screaming at everybody? So I think we did John Reckoning wrong, and I think it's time that people stand up and fucking maybe we start fucking helping him and exposing his fucking Michael Jackson story. Maybe we can fucking do something for him since we treated him so fucking bad. Flippin' Steve out.